Hey, my name is Dave, the Digital Creator, and I want to talk to you about my story. How it was that I went to over 1 million followers on TikTok and how I made over $30,000 in one weekend. I want to tell you something special right now. The problems that you're facing now that you feel like they're holding you back, use a change of mindset and start to see them as fuel. Things that you're going to leverage to push yourself forward towards your dreams and your goals. You see, if you hate where you are strong enough, eventually it starts giving you energy to do something about it. I remember when I was talking with my friend Kevin, who lost his mother, and he said, David, would you be willing to sing a hymn every morning on Facebook to help me with my grief? When he said it, I had been down on myself. I hadn't really been using my voice, my gifts as much as I used to. And I saw his invitation as really a call from God to stop wasting what God had given me. So I said yes. I started sharing a hymn every morning on Facebook. Maybe some of you have enjoyed that experience. And then I started noticing something special. I wanted to find people who had never found me and minister and share my gifts with them. But on Facebook, I was only being discovered by the people who already knew me and had already followed me. And I learned that if I paid some money, Facebook would allow me to find other people. But I thought, there must be a better way. There must be a platform where I can share content and it can be discovered by new people organically. Lucky for me, I watched a video with Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, and he explained that TikTok was the best place for organic growth on social media because it allowed you to be found by people who didn't know you. And so I went to TikTok. I got myself a coach because I learned that it's easier to go further faster if you have someone who's already been there ahead of you giving you tips and tricks. So, by the way, I'm just saying, I've been there. I'd love to be your coach. But I found one coach that would help me. Unfortunately, this coach did not have my values. So a lot of the suggestions that the coach made, I couldn't use because they didn't align with my values. But the suggestions that did, they were wonderful. And so I threw a lot of different content out on my feed, and I learned that my audience really enjoyed when I prayed for them. Wow. I thought they might have enjoyed my singing more, but they appreciated my praying. So as much as I love to sing, I love to pray too. Let me pray every day and serve the people in the way that they've let me know they'd like to be served. That's a key that I want everyone to pick up right now. Don't keep giving people what you want to give them. Give them what it is that they tell you they're interested in. That's how you'll have a business. That's how you'll be able to succeed. So I was able to give them prayers, and then I found that when I encouraged people, they enjoyed that kind of content too. And so then I was praying and I was encouraging, and once I got to 1,000 members on TikTok, I was able to go live, and then I started playing hymns by request because once again, I wanted to make sure I was sharing that which was meaningful to the audience that I was serving. So I played hymns by request. So I was playing the hymns that they wanted to hear. I found that people really enjoyed soothing music. Even people who didn't know God or didn't have a relationship with Jesus, they wanted to hear soothing music. They enjoyed soothing piano music, and so they were even open to experiencing piano hymns, even though they didn't know the inspiration behind the hymns. So I had a wonderful experience, and one thing I learned that's important to everyone who really wants to grow on social media, it's that, and pardon me, my voice is still struggling because of me suffering with long COVID. But one thing that I remember that is critical is that along the way, you might have 6 weeks where it seems like nothing is happening. But what isn't working for you is working on you, to quote Myron Golden. What isn't working for you, you don't think it's working for you, but you're starting to grow, you're starting to figure out some things, even when you don't seem to be having exponential growth on your channel. And so you'll find that in week 7, suddenly the algorithm will give you some more exposure, but because you've been learning along the way, you're a little bit better. And so when you're better and you get some more exposure, boom, suddenly you'll get a rush of 100,000 followers, and then, wow, amazing. My channel grew. How did it grow? Well, all that time when you felt like giving up, but you kept going and you kept posting morning and evening and maybe in the middle of the day, in that season, that's when you grew the most. That's when it took the most character. And when you double down on what works, that's when you see exponential success. So I want to share with you an opportunity. I have a special TikTok Secrets Masterclass bundle that I'm offering. This is part of the Black Friday sale. It's going to start on Friday and go through Cyber Monday. It's a fire sale, which means what you get on Black Friday is going to be a little bit better than what you get on Cyber Monday. So if I were you, I would either try to get in the pre-sale or get on Black Friday, because it's going to be better than what's available on Cyber Monday, even though that will still be a great deal. So a lot of people wanted to understand. I sent a graphic and it talked about how I'd been blessed to grow to over 1 million followers and to make 30,000 in one weekend, but they wanted to know the story. Well, if you'd like to know the story, get the bundle, and the bundle will explain to you what's going on, what's my secret sauce that I'm using to grow on TikTok. But I really want you to get this. If I never invested in myself, I would have never grown. So I invite you to invest in yourself. I have invested in, if you knew how many coaches I'd invested in, you'd think, wow, David is like off the hook intense. Well, if you want something that hardly anyone has, maybe you need to do something that hardly anyone else is willing to do. Right? All right. So if you want help growing on TikTok, I'm happy to be your mentor, but you need to hit me up. Why? Because this is what always happens, and I will just give you the disclaimer. What happens is I make an offer in a season. People start seeing, oh, David's getting results, and now there's a greater demand. And then when we scale, then people are like, oh, I wanted to get access to work with you, Dave. Well, Cyber Monday, Black Friday is the time to take action, because come 2023, there won't be the availability to work with me that there is right now. Because at that point, we will have scaled, and I'll have a team that's helping me to do what it is that I'm doing with a very small team now. So if you would like to work with my team, Content Creating Academy, and with me personally teaching, now is the time to join. And I hope that you pick up not only the bundle, but I hope that you inbox me and let me know any specific questions that you're having about social media, because I'd love to be able to give you some wisdom and advice. All right, thank you for listening to me. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and don't forget us.